From WPTV, this is Today on 5 at 11.
Plus, we've got a celebrity dietitian in the house, how to stick to healthy habits during Easter and Passover.
Opening day, so much excitement, and we are just so thrilled to have the official dietitian for the Miami Marlins here, Monica Moreno. We've been bonding behind the scenes. I'm learning so much about this lady, but let's get serious for a second.
Sure.
We have a lot of holidays coming up, a lot of feeling holidays. People want to eat. You've got Easter, Passover. Can you really still indulge and be healthy?
100%. You can always keep it what we call Essence approved, Essence Nutrition approved. So first things first, you're going to have random meals at different times.
Sure.
And you know your meal, let's say, is for Easter. I imagine you would celebrate Easter.
Absolutely.
If you know that your brunch is at 11, don't roll up there not having anything to eat since, you know, you've been up since 7 in the morning.
So don't make that my first meal.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh, absolutely not. And for Passover, I have to say I've sat through a lot of Seders, and the story of Passover is very long. If you have an 8 p.m. Seder, you're not going to eat till 11. So you better have a really, really dense, protein-filled fiber
Small
snack.
meals throughout the day.
100%.
Okay, let's talk. I think we have some food swaps here. For instance, you give me your recommendation: deviled eggs. How do you kind of cut out some of the fat
everyone
there?
thinks that eggs are the devil. It's so unfair. Eggs do not raise serum cholesterol nearly as much as we thought they did. You can still have your deviled eggs, but instead of mayonnaise, which usually has a lot of soybean oil, which is highly processed, take the mayonnaise out, do a little mix with Greek yogurt, okay, and avocado and the egg yolk, and whip it all up, make it fancy.
And you don't really miss it, do you?
No, it tastes the same.
Salmon versus ham, which one?
Okay, so for Easter, instead of a ham, which can be loaded with nitrates, which are a little bit nefarious for the GI tract, choose salmon. And plus, you don't have to glaze a salmon. Glaze equals sugar. Salmon is so moist and delicious as it is.
Now, I know a lot of kids, a lot of adults really are going to get Easter baskets loaded with chocolate. Now, you kind of spilled the beans earlier. You love Nutella. So can we still indulge in the chocolate? Well, I love it too, by the way.
Of course we can. Should you eat all 30 eggs you find in the backyard? Probably not. If you identify your most favorite thing in the world. For me, it's Nutella. If for you, it's one Cadbury egg, you have your Cadbury egg. You don't have 19 of them. And for kids, you know, as long as they don't choke on them, if they're under 2, have little grapes wrapped in foil. Tell them that they're eggs.
I see the last tip there. We can have wine, but maybe just kind of cut it to a glass.
Same thing. Again, four glasses of wine is a whole bottle. I always tell my clients shoes. How many shoes do you wear at a time? 2. That's how many glasses of wine you need.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Does the trick.
Rules to live by, right? Let's skip to Passover. We were talking about it briefly, but going back there for just a second, what can you fill up on?
Okay, so you always want to fill up on your proteins and your vegetables. Now, for your starch, it's not a free-for-all with matzah. Matzah is still a carb. Yes, there's whole wheat matzah now, which is better for fiber and motility, but that still has a lot of carbohydrates, and you can still gain weight on that, and you feel super bloated. So focus on the vegetables, those bitter herbs we're supposed to be consuming, and your lean proteins like your salmon and perhaps a grass-fed brisket.
You have some pretty important clients, some rock stars. What do they do to stay healthy?
Today's a big day for some of them, and not just the Marlins. We have, you know, people who travel all over the world. We have very, very high-powered people who are just so impressive. It's all about choices, and it's all about making a commitment to this process, because we have people that will run at 5 in the morning if they're in Dubai or if they're in Aspen, no matter what.
All right. If that doesn't do it for you, I don't know what will. Thank you so much for coming in.
You are so welcome.
Really
Happy Easter and Passover.
As well to you. Glenn, I hope you were taking notes.
I was. I just want to know how many Cadbury cream eggs you're going to eat, Holly, since they're your favorite.
Yeah, nada.
I love those, but especially the caramel ones, are so good.